organisers of an event called Rage Against the Regime, and it's an attempt to combine activism and the arts. So one aspect of it is to provide a forum for public discussion among the different campaign groups that are working on various issues in the country at the moment, and the political class, if you like.
Okay.
It's very rare, or maybe even it doesn't exist, that there's somewhere where campaign groups and politicians and sitting TDs and social commentators, people that you see on the media or in the media, that they get together and talk about various issues. And there's a lot of information when you talk to campaign groups. There's a lot of really powerful information, facts and figures that is not disseminated through the debate and the public discussion that goes on in the media. So we're hoping to provide a forum for that discussion to take place.
Okay.
The event will be filmed and streamed so that it can reach a wider audience. And then the other aspect to it is music. And it will be not just music, it will be poetry, there will be live bands, there will be singer-songwriters, poets, comedians. Music and art has always had a role in political commentary and social change, and going back to whatever, Bob Dylan and Joan Baez and Lenny Bruce, Bill Hicks, Andy Warhol, they all were voices that challenged the establishment. John Lennon, Bob Marley.
Okay.
And we're a creative people. There's a phenomenal amount of talent around the country, and these people have something to say and should be included in kind of being social historians, being shapers of public opinion, and taking part in the kind of current debate within the country.
Okay, and when is the first event?
The first event is Thursday, June the 13th,
Okay.
and it takes place in the Grand Social, which is a venue in Dublin, just beside the Halfpenny Bridge. And we will have two rooms. There will be a debate discussion room, and there will also be live music and dance music and that. There will be an acoustic room for singer-songwriters, poets, speakers, and there will be a third room for visual media, and we'll be showing some documentaries and movies and short clips. And we'll also be filming and getting clips of snaps of opinion from the people who attend on the night. So if you come to the event and you have something to say and you have something to contribute, then you can take the microphone and have your say and have your piece, and that will form part of the information that's available on the web, on our website, and you'll be able to have a rant. Okay.
And what kind of artists are coming to this event? Or
for the first event, we have two bands, Salvitro and King Modo, who are a band from Newbridge, who are very much kind of driven by the spirit of the people. We'll also have the Resistance Choir, who are coming to perform their single Now Is the Time for Rage. And we will have a singer-songwriter from Wicklow, Jerry Marr, who sang as part of the entertainment in Avondale at the Save the Forest campaign. We're hoping that some of the other people who are there in Avondale may take part, if not this event, then eventually. And then for the discussion, we have confirmation of attendance by representatives of Fine Gael, of the Socialist Worker Party, Communist Party. We're waiting for other major parties to attend. DDI will attend, and taking part in the discussion, we will also have kind of media commentators such as Eddie Hobbs and Konstantin Gurdjieff. So it looks like it will be a very exciting and energetic first night, and then we will continue that on the 11th of July, where the theme will be the anti-fluoride in the water campaign. The theme for the first night is the natural resource policy of the government and how they're approaching the assets that belong to the people, and how what their plans are for selling off those in oil and gas and forestry, and what impact that's going to have for the people, what benefit, if any, there will be to the people, or how it should be approached and how it should be how they should be exploited.
As a networking opportunity, this would be very useful though for people who are involved in activism or protests as well, the Rage Against Regime night. Would you agree with that or not?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's so much happening in the country. There are so many different groups, disparate groups, geographically isolated groups.
Yeah.
There's so many issues, and the opportunity to come together and support each other is crucial, because small individual isolated groups may not have an impact, but it's all to do with one thing, and that's our country. And every issue should support and feed every other issue. So we're hoping that not only people who are interested in the natural resource issue for the first night, but other groups will come and support, see what's happening, and the Rage Against the Regime Forum, that concept is available to be expanded to include all kinds of issues.
Okay.
And there will be an opportunity for many different campaign groups and organisations to have their own night, to present their own issues, to debate them with the political parties, and to have their own information disseminated out through the website and into the wider public domain.
Okay. What do you think is happening to our country? Put you on the spot there.
It's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. It has disintegrated drastically in the last 50 years, and the culprits, if you like, are the people that are hopefully held to account. They're known, we know who those people are. And successive governments have reneged on their responsibilities to protect the people and protect the interests of the people. And we arrive at a stage now where government seems to be all about threatening people, intimidating them, oppressing them, extracting money from them primarily, which doesn't go back into the Irish economy. So the country has kind of fallen apart, and one of the victims of what happened with the Celtic Tiger is actually our own identity as a people. We turned into something else. We turned into people that want the bigger house, want the second and third car, want 2 holidays a year, want to go skiing, want to join a gym, want to eat out 3 nights a week. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. That's ambitious, and it drives you, and that's fine. But that's gone now, and we're left with nothing to kind of hold on to. We've forgotten who we are. And Rage Against the Regime hopefully will, through the creative community, make a statement of this is where we are now. This is where we are in the aftermath of everything that's happened. And the unfortunate thing for the future is that the structures that allowed this current environment to exist are still in place. The political system hasn't changed.
Okay.
The people in the political system haven't changed. The structure and the ways of operating of the system haven't changed. The banking system is still in place, identical to what it was when it fed the monster. And if those structures don't change, then there's a real problem with getting ourselves out of where we are now. And the only people who are going to create that change are the ordinary citizens. The political class have no motivation to change.
Okay.
The banking system have no motivation to change. The people have to take control.
Okay, and let's say, just last thing, okay? Let's say that somebody was in two minds about going to Rage Against the Regime, but they felt maybe they didn't know that much. Would you have any advice for them who were in two minds to come to your event?
Absolutely. If you don't know anything, there's no better way to find out than to get involved. If you don't come to Rage Against the Regime, attend a protest, go to your local meeting, get involved.